Hello, friends. How is everyone doing this beautiful Monday morning? Hi, Froggy. How are you doing today? All right, made it on time. I'm just making sure that my audio works. If you can give me a thumbs up if my audio is working okay, because my headset has been not playing nice lately. All right, what we're going to do today, friends, is finish working on this little uh, what do I want to call it? Notebook. I'm so I'm tired. Woke up with a migraine. It's almost gone, but when I have a migraine, I just the thought process is a little slower. So I did finish putting together all the pages this weekend. I didn't want to take up most of our morning putting together, so you could see I have um, po- pockets, different pockets. A lot of them are going to be these side ones or these bottom ones. But there's a few in here that are either a belly band or um, here's a belly band across vertically. And then I thought I made one that was like a diagonal pocket. Maybe I'm thinking of the other book. Look, on this one, I made sure I cut the paper so that this little Life is Amazing was right in the center. So I kind of paid attention. Here's another belly band horizontally. Oh, here's that angled one. Like an angled pocket. I should have done more like that. I don't know why I didn't. I think I was just in a race to get all my papers cut so we could put this together. I mean, it's not horrible. It's a good. Oh, I didn't seal this one. Let me seal this one up. They're not horrible that they're all those same style of pockets. Okay. Let me look here. Thanks, Froggy. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I put most of these all together just so that we could start to I'll add the tabs. I did decide to put tabs on here. I think we discussed that last week. Where is my bone folder? And I thought, yeah, you know what? I'll put tabs. It'll help me just flip through. I'll have to cut some numbers out of vinyl on my Cricut and to add to the tabs. But for now, I'm just going to add the tabs on here. Oh, there's another angle pocket. And here too, I kind of cut, this was one of the pages with the larger images on the bottom. So I cut it so the angle was on, so the image was towards the bottom of this angle pocket. Okay, so I've got those. Let me get my little tabs ready to go. I cut a bunch of them. Whoops, and my fan just blew two of them down. Let me grab it. Because of course I have to have my fan going. I did go to my Aquafit class this morning. And it's much better. Me moving this to 10 o'clock made my travel time from the Y back to home a little easier. I wasn't in such a rush. Okay, so here I'm just going to kind of, it has, you can see where it would fold, but there's no score line there. So I'm just going to kind of do a small score to help me fold this. And I'll try and line them up anyway. Maybe I don't even need to do that score because this isn't a super heavyweight cardstock or pattern paper. I mean, let's try folding one just to match up the ends. Yeah, I think that's okay. So I'll fold these all up. So yeah, I'm still going to my Aquafit classes. I try and go 5 days a week. Last week I only went 4 days because I had to get back into the rhythm of it since I missed the week before due to the infection I had. So, you know, once you stop doing something, you have to get back into the routine of it. But I'm back into it. So the classes are on Mondays and Wednesdays are at 7:30 in the morning Pacific time. And Tuesdays and Fridays are at 10:30, and Thursdays are at 8 o'clock. So I can pretty much do my aqua fit, which is water exercise, basically. I can do that in the mornings, and then I have the rest of my day free, which I need to have my afternoon free now because my second oldest granddaughter got a job. She starts tomorrow. And since she doesn't have her license yet, she's the one that really didn't want to drive, but I told her now she has to learn to drive. I'll be taking her to work. Her mom will pick her up. So I just have to drop her off. But she works in after school program, so I have to take her in the afternoons. Okay, I'm just folding these. And I cut it out of two different, the patterned paper in that paper pad using the punch I have. This is the punch, in case you don't remember me showing it on last week. Let me do that. And then I finally got to work on a project that I have been putting off for my grandkids. So I finally got to do some work on that this weekend and finished for one grandchild. So I have one down, 9 to go. All right. Now, what do I want to do here? Score tape or liquid glue? I might just do liquid glue. Okay. So what I'm going to do is kind of alternate my tabs between the darker pattern paper and the lighter one. So I'll start with a dark one and use my liquid glue. And I have the fine point tip to that soaking in some soapy water because it just kept getting clogged. And this is that, what's the glue called? It's PVA, I think. Let me grab the bottle. Yeah, PVA. But it just kept getting clogged. I was using it this weekend for a project, that project I'm working on for my grandkids. And I don't know, just kept clogging up. So see, I can just put a number 1 here. That way I'll be able to know what sketch number it is. Okay, so there's the first one. So this is this the front cover? Yeah, I still have to figure out what to put on the front. I haven't done that yet. Make sure I'm putting it on the right side. Now that I think about it, did I do that? Yes, I did. Oh, and then I need this one because I need to line them up so that they're kind of staggered so you could see them like that. So let me do that. So how was everybody's weekend? Did you all get a chance to watch our live hop yesterday with Kendra's Card Challenge 19? That is always so much fun for me. I love, love, love being a part of that. I'm always nervous that I won't get my cards done in time, but I always get them done in time. So I don't know why I make myself nervous for no reason. Okay, so see now they're, it moved. No, there we go. Now they're staggered so you could see. And this would be 1, 2. So I'll leave it here. Then 3. Wait. Wait. Was this page 3 or was this page 3? So confused. 1, 2, 3. I think I put one of these out of order because I was trying to do light, dark, as far as the page went. Maybe that was page 1. Oh, that might have been page 1. Darn it. Yeah, that was probably page 1. Oh well, too late. I'll have to fit that in somewhere. Okay, move on to the next one, Yvette. Move on. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh, the hop. It is so much fun. I think I finished. Now I have to think back. Did I finish my entry for this month? I think I did. Yeah. Oh, but it's not ready to, like, I did a video on it and it'll come out next week, I think on the 17th. Yeah, next week it'll come out. And you'll see my entry for Kendra's Card Challenge 19 for the month of, where are we? August. And what I'm going to have to do with this tab here is put a little slit there so that the pocket can open up the right way. What did I do with my little X-Acto knife or little blade, finger blade? I mean, let me see. Am I going to have to? Yeah, I think I might have to do that. I didn't think about that when I placed this. There we go. I still have my tab. Okay, so that's page 3, then page 4 is this one. I'm just checking, make sure I'm not buffering, because I know I had some issues last week. Was it last week or week before with my Wi-Fi? I don't know why it was acting up. I think it's just my internet provider. They haven't been very reliable lately. But that's because they're working on adding more cabling, underground cabling. So I know that kind of puts a little crimp in our internet from time to time. So trying to be patient with them. Okay, so see, now I have 4 tabs. Go on to number 5, right? Number 5 is this one. And whoops. This is number 5. Okay, perfect. I think I spaced them. Okay. I should do a little template for this if I'm going to be making little binders like these for spacing out my tabs, but I haven't done that yet. For me, it's easier if I have a template to work with, because my brain is more of a perfectionist brain. So templates make it easy. I don't have to stop and measure spaces in between. All right. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so there's my first 5 done. Oh, sorry guys, hold on. I have it on Do Not Disturb, yet it's still ringing. Give me a second. Sorry guys. Am I back? I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, yet the phone call still came through and interrupted me. Give me a second. I need to, that was my daughter, so I need to make sure there's no emergency. Before I move on. Luckily, I can text her from my iPad or my computer if I wanted. Okay, I'm back. Okay, can you still hear me, Froggy? I want to make sure my video and my audio came back okay after my little interruption. Okay, so I was on page 5. So then page 6. This is page 6, right? Yes, page 6 is going to be here. So I want it to be the same as page 1, or at least the same location for my tabs. So I'm using this one as my guide. And yeah, that'll work. The stereo screen is as clear as clean glass. Great. Perfect. Just how I like it. I did not clean my glass mat, however, before, because I was using a lot of glue earlier this morning. So I come in my craft room in the morning and do a little bit of crafting before I go to my aquafit class. Because to be quite honest, crafting relaxes me. So it's my morning time. Okay, so that's 1, and then 2 will line up there. So I like to do that in the morning. That's my little therapy, if you will. Okay. So wait, where's my next page? So lost sometimes. Okay, so these go this way, then this one goes this way. Make sure I have the top to the top where it belongs. Okay. I probably shouldn't glue on top of another page, but I am. Let me move it. She didn't respond to my text, so it must not be an emergency. She might be calling me about a text I sent her earlier. Good morning, Jeanette. How are you? I'm just putting my tabs on my little binder I'm making for my Kendra's card challenge. Wait, where's page 3? Page 3. So I'm putting the tabs on there. I haven't printed the numbers, or not printed, cut them with my, I was going to cut numbers with my Cricut using some gold vinyl, because there's gold in this paper. But I didn't do that this weekend. I will get to it, and I'll add those. Okay, that's this third one right about here, right? Yeah. So, but we will put it together. We'll get it all cinched together, and then I'll figure out my cover page and my numbers here. Too much glue there. And then I don't know if I told you guys, but I went ahead and subscribed to the Caboodle from Spellbinders last month, because their Christmas stuff just got me, the little mugs. So I got my Caboodle for this month. Oh, thank you, my friend. Yeah, I'm like I use the plastic sleeves for when I'm crafting, but I like this to kind of put them in here if I'm doing multiple, because sometimes I'll work on multiple sets of Kendra's card challenge at a time. And so this way I can put them away while I work on the next set. Let's see, is that okay? Yeah. While I work on the next set, and I won't get them confused. I'm just slicing this because I didn't plan ahead and think about where to lay my tabs in relation to my pockets. So I still want my pocket to open up right. So I'm kind of putting a little slit on this part of the tab. Okay, so that's our next one. So then, oops, this will go here. Then this one is next. Make sure the top is to the top. So there's no opening at the top. So I can also stick goodies in there. Okay, so that's going to be here. Yeah, I really need to make myself a little template. It'd be much easier, I think. I think do it this way. See, because this one, the angle I was at had me wrong. Still has me wrong. Okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, right? It's handmade, not homemade, handmade, not Hallmark. So kind of scoring this part of the tab together so that the glue that I put in there makes these two pieces join, since this portion of the tab is going over a thicker part of the book. Okay, then that's not right. This way. Okay, so let me get my page 5 so I can line up my page 10. 10 is next. That's my top. Okay. I was telling my husband the other day, it's already August. So, of course, I'm trying to figure out, okay, what do I get? I have one grandchild whose birthday is in August. So, of course, I'm trying to figure out what to get him. And I text my daughter and I asked her, what does he want for his birthday? And as soon as I ask, my kids will come up with a list and they'll share it with me and their siblings. So, of what my grandkids want for their birthday. That way we don't kind of duplicate presents. So she's working on the list for him. So hopefully she gets it done today, because that's not right. Because where am I? Did I do this wrong? No, that's the top. I need to buy him something. Welcome, my friend. Hi, Polly. How are you? So we'll see. We'll see if I get my shopping list for my grandson. Where's my top? That's the top. Okay. So let me put this off to the side. And where's my next page? Did I already put it back here? I did. This one. Yeah, because I need to buy him. But anyway, I was telling my husband, because the birthday thing came up, and I said, oh, we got to buy him something for his birthday. My husband always says, we don't have to buy them anything. Our love is enough. And I tell him, yes, our love is wonderful, but I still need to buy him something for his birthday. I'm the grandma. So with that came up in my head, it's already August. I've got to start working on Christmas stuff, which is why I started working on this project this weekend for the grandkids. Because before you know it, I mean, I can hardly believe it's already August. But before you know it, Christmas will be here. And we kind of told the grandkids last year, and we always try and remind them what the true meaning of Christmas is. And it's not all about the presents. It's, the Santa Claus thing, the present thing, that's something it's fun, but it's not the meaning of Christmas. So I try and remind my kids and my grandkids about that. And they're good at remembering that. But last year we were like, and I think it's been 2 years now, 2 or 3 years, that we told them, there's a lot of you now. And so grandma and grandpa are going to have to kind of tone it down a minute for a bit for presents for Christmas, because there's 10 of you now. And I still get my kids gifts too for Christmas. Not a lot, but something, just so they know, I'm thinking of them, and something that I know they've wanted. And one thing, like for my youngest, she's my I like to call her my little hippie, but she's all about reuse, recycle, all that. And so, for example, my granddaughter is turning 2 in September. So she's already had me working on birthday stuff. Hi, Jenna. Welcome, my friend. And so she puts on the little invitation, that she loves, what did she say? Handmade or previously loved gifts. So we know, we know, not brand new stuff. And I know at least her siblings know too. So I'm gonna make her something handmade, and um, I know she'll love it because, to be quite honest, the kids don't, especially someone turning 2, the 2-year-old doesn't know the difference of whether it's a store bought, a handmade, a previously loved goodie, or a brand new one. So, and I think that's great. My daughter tries to not have them have too many toys. Um, Come Christmas time, what she does with the kids is, and she lets them decide. They go through their toys and they decide which ones they're going to send on to other kids that aren't as lucky and don't have as many toys, and which ones they're going to keep. So that way she doesn't have an overwhelm of toys in her house. Where am I? 1, 2, 3, right? Nope, 3. There we go. So that's what we try to instill in them. Just one year when we did our Secret Santa, we did, I am doing 15 pages, my friend, one for each sketch. And if there's a quarter where she has more, I'll use the pockets in the front and back. So like last quarter, it was 15 sketches, but it made 18 cards. So I could still use this because it's 15 sketches. But if should there be a quarter where she has 16 sketches for some reason, in fact, I think way back when, in the early quarters, I think she had one that had 16 or 17 sketches in it. I'll have to go back and look. But I lost track of where it was. Oh no, I'm missing a page. Guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I already put it here. 14. So I'll go back and look at that, see if I can find which one it was that had that, an additional sketch or two. I don't remember exactly which one it was, but I do have a binder. In fact, I'll grab that in a minute that I can go look through because I print them and put them in my little binder. I have several different binders for different sketches. So I have a binder for sheet load sketches. I have a binder for Kendra's card challenges. I have one for just crafts. I have another one for Operation Right Home. I have a bunch of binders. So, and I like having them because if I want to go back and look at a previous sketch, and I am a VIP member for Kendra's Patron, so I could do that on hers. But let's say let's say I wasn't one and I wanted to look at a previous sketch. I have the binder I can go look at the hard copy of. And I didn't cut this one. Does it matter on this one? It does. So I'll pull that binder and I will see if I can find the one that had, I'm pretty sure there was one that had more than 15 sketches. There we go. So, and then our last page is this one. So look at that. See, I cut an extra tab there. This one's going to go right there. Okay. Then we can start to cinch this together. But yeah, so we had one year for Secret Santa that we didn't have a dollar limit because it was the parameters, or our guide for a gift was that it had to be handmade or a regifted item. So that worked great. Everybody did. Everybody stuck to it. And it was wonderful. So I think I'm going to tell the kids that we should do that again this year. I loved it. And especially right now with budgets being so tight, everybody's having to tighten up their belts. I think it works out great. Okay, so see, I have all my tabs. All right, let me put these things away. Get my cinch out and we can start on that. Drop to the cap for my pokey tool. All right. Just celebrated your baby's 2-year-old baby. Aww. Yeah, my grandkids love when I make them something handmade. They really do. Oh, it's really a good value for the money, Jeanette. I'm going to tell you right now because you get that mystery card kit, and so you get pattern paper, card panels, a stamp and die set, either that or what's the other? It's either stamp and die set or a pack of ephemera. A lot of goodies, a lot of goodies that you can work with and make your own submission for Kendra's card challenge. All right, let me get my cinch out. And I think I have all of these pulled out. No, they're all pushed in. I don't know why they're all pushed in. Oh, before I put that, hold on. Let's decide something, guys. Let's decide. Move this aside for a second and hope it doesn't, you know what? Put it on the floor so it doesn't fall. Okay. So I bought a new box. These are 1 inch. Yeah, 1 inch of the spiral combs. But I'm wondering, should I use a white one, a black one? There's this more of an orangey gold. There's this is kind of like a copper, and there's silver. I kind of like the silver. I don't know if I can get it out of here. I mean, I don't know how they managed to package these, but I end up tangling everything up all the time. Okay. Definitely not going to get these back in the way I wanted them to. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do I use the white? Let me grab one out. Hold on. Or the silver, if I could get it out. Or there's got to be a better way to store these. There's just got to be. Let's try here. Yeah, I'm not going to get this loose, am I? It might be the silver because I can't get the white one out. Maybe? Oh my goodness. I'm all thumbs today. Here we go. Here we go. I have to twist it this way. Figure out which side to twist it. Okay. So the white or the silver we need to choose from. Move this out of my way. Okay. So the white, actually, I should choose the gold because there's gold in there, huh? Not silver. Let me grab the gold again. Yeah, maybe this more of a, maybe the copper, because the gold looks kind of yellow to me. I'll look at the comments right now, guys, after I figure out getting these untangled. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Get a gold one. 1, 2, 1. No. Okay. Now I can put these off to the side. All right, let's take a peek. Hold on. So I could use, and now I tangled these. That's the gold. That actually looks pretty good. This is more of like a copperish, maybe rose gold, which, let me open up to one of the pages that you could see the gold in there. I think this, maybe this one. Or do I stick with white? Or I don't think I should do silver because this has gold in it. I'm gonna get rid of the silver. Okay, guys. Right? The gold. But this is kind of yellowish. All right, guys. Gold, gold, or rose gold? This one, number 1 or number 2? 1 or 2? Let me know. I'm going to put these away in the meantime. And take a drink of water because I'm thirsty. Oh, no, you lost power? Gold, gold. The gold, huh? Yeah, I agree. Okay, the gold, gold. Now, I took my pages out of order because I was fumbling through. So let me see where this one goes back into. Good thing I have the tab. So it's the last one. Okay. Back page, front page. And look, I should have thought about, see, I didn't know I was going to do tabs. So I might have made the covers wider, but nah, I think it's okay that the tabs stick out a little bit, right? And guys, I'm just noticing my lighting isn't very good today. Maybe I need to lower this, get it closer to my desk. Maybe. I'll just drop that. That's a little bit better. Okay. So, gold. Let me get my cinch back in here. And I will figure this out together. So, is this 7 1/4? 7 1/4. So center 3 1/2 plus 1/8, 3 5/8. This is 3 1/2. This is the center right there. Let's see, 3 5/8 would be the center, right? 3 3/4. Nope. I was right in the first time, 3 5/8. Because then that makes 6, 7 1/4. Yep. 3 5/8. Okay. So now I got to think. I always have to use my brain. This is the side I need bound. So I need all of them. So they all, is it push in to get them to punch or pull out? I think it's push in. We'll find out right now. Ready, set. Sorry if it shakes, guys. Oh, perfect. And I'm going to leave it. I know I could probably like have shifted this over and added some more, but I like that leaving this space here, right there. See? Okay, so, oh, wait. So now I need to know. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. So I need to cut this. So let me get my little wire cutters. Where are my wire cutters? Did somebody borrow them? People come in my craft room and just borrow stuff and then don't put it back. Oh no. Or did I move them? Maybe I moved them, but I do need them. And I usually have 2 of like those tools that are small enough to store. I usually have 2. Oh, these will work. But I still want to know where my other ones are. Okay, so I said 12, right? So that means I need, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I would cut here, right? Why not just do this? Quit messing. Okay, that would be 12. Yeah, so I'm going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cut there. Oh, these aren't the good ones. I need my other ones. Where are they? Yeah, these ones don't cut very well. There it goes. Okay. Well, then that can go there. Then this is the front cover, right? The front cover goes like this. I always have to stop and think when I'm doing this, guys. Let me zoom my camera out just a little bit, okay? You guys ready? Oh, rose gold, yellow gold, gold. I went with a gold instead of the rose gold. I don't know. Let me try and zoom out. Whoops, wrong way. There, it's a little better. Why does it look so dark in here? Hold on. Maybe it's because this is here. It's kind of casting a shadow. Has to be that. All right. So I'm going to put the holes in my second one. So my back cover, it goes, wait, this side. This is the side facing up. Because then I have to change this for the pages. You know, I'm not as strong as I used to be. So then, remind me, let me think. Do I put this? I put it last. Or do I put this one and then the front cover? I don't remember. So I put this here, then the pages. Give me a second, guys. I haven't used my cinch in a minute, so I have to figure out. Hi, Linda. Welcome, my friend. Polly, did I say hi to you? Hi, Polly. Okay, so then these are 5 by 7, I believe. So 3.5 would be my center point. So 3.5. Okay. This should be a little bit easier. Oh, this is the first page. I'm going backwards. I'll do that last. Here's my last page. Okay. Right? So if I put my last page there, flip up to the first. Yes. Okay. Let's get moving. Let me try and get this done today, at least as far as all cinched together. All right. Hey, did any of you see my, oh no, my not too shabby video for the hop? I made these like home decor thingies. What'd you think of those if you saw it? In fact, let me grab those and I'll show you what I made. So you know how you get those A2 card panels? They're kind of, I don't want to cut those. So I was trying to think of something else to do with them. And I'm going to show you. Whoops. I'm going to show you right here. So I made these and I'm going to add little feet to here. So these are going to be like little coasters for my Thanksgiving table. Right? Aren't they neat? I thought they were a good idea. It was something other than a card, something different. Because sometimes I think to myself, people don't want to see me make another card. But so I try and once in a while change it to something different. I loved them. And I went to, thank you, my friends. And I went through when I was trying to figure out what do I make. I went through my stash of, like blanks that I have in my garage because I didn't bring those into the craft room. And I found that pack that I had gotten on clearance at Michael's probably 2 or 3 years ago. And I thought, yay, I can use these. All right. Almost there, guys. Almost there. I like this purple one. I'm a purple and pink girl, in case you didn't know that. Thank you. Oh, thanks. So when the first one I made, so I try and when I'm doing a project that's not a card, I'll usually make like my test project off camera. And so the first one I did using my distressed oxides to stain that wood. And then I realized I have actual stain in the garage. So I went and grabbed that and put these in here. And I thought, oh, perfect. That will, right? Yeah. That will stain them even easier. But I almost like the way the oxides look better. Almost. I don't know. It's hard to choose a favorite when you have the project you made. Okay, I'm trying to get this. So you're supposed to get it. I know it's hard to see here. You're supposed to get it lined up straight so that this is kind of flat against the cinch. So I'm trying to line that up. And I have it on 1 inch. So I made sure that's on 1 inch. And then it's all bound. Flip it over. Let me walk this up here. Put it down so I don't drop it on the floor. All right. So then I can flip. Oh no, I did it wrong, didn't I? I did something wrong. What did I do wrong, guys? This is the front. Yeah, this should have been. Guys, I'm going to redo it. I'm going to redo it. What I'm going to do is try and pull it apart ever so gently. Were you guys screaming at me? No, Yvette, you have it the wrong way. Okay, so this is going to be the front cover, right? I have to take these out. And I don't want to waste this, so I'm going to try and salvage it and fix it. I don't know what I did wrong. I think I should have put that back cover on the other way, but we'll see. I'll fix it. I fix it. Okay. So then that's the front cover. That's the back cover, right? So that when it closes, yeah. Well, I don't know how I did it wrong, but I did. So let me put these back in here and try and re-cinch it together. Hopefully I don't mess it up. If I do, I have more of these, but I don't like to waste my supplies. And if you guys are just showing up, I'm sorry. Words are super hard for me today. I woke up with an awful migraine, and when I have a migraine, it's almost gone, but when I have a migraine, the thought process is a lot more complicated for me. That's probably why I couldn't think straight when putting this together. That'll be my excuse. Sure. And I've had migraines for most of my life. I've had them diagnosed since I was 10 years old. Probably had them even before then. Okay, so what I should have done was put the front cover, then the back cover, then the pages, and it would have been in the right order. Okay. That's where I messed up. I got them on Amazon. I'll add a link as soon as we're done. I was going to do that. In fact, let me see if I can do that now. Give me 1 second. Amazon. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Nope, that's not it. Trying to find it. Give me 1 second, guys. If I can't find it in the next minute, I'll do it afterwards. Because sometimes it takes me a minute. I don't know how everybody else does it to get their links so easily, or at least it appears as though it's easy for them, but for me, not so much. Okay, found it. Let's see, these are the 1-inch ones. Let me get a link and let me go to the description box of this and I'll add it. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm almost there. Almost. Okay. Okay. 1-inch books. What are they titled on Amazon? Wire binding spines. All right, I added it. So if you guys want to use that link, that'd be great. I also have the smaller wire binding thingamabobs, but I'll add that link later. I don't want to take more of your time just looking for links, but I did add the 1-inch one. So these are the 1-inch. So those are added to the description box. Okay, back. To be honest, I probably won't remember half of the things I did today. When I am working, I still did it wrong, guys. When I am working with a migraine, and it's always been like this, when I worked at like an actual job outside of my house, I would go to work with a migraine, and the next day I didn't remember what my work day consisted of, what I did or what I didn't do. So that's just, I guess after that many years of having migraines, you learn to adapt and figure out how to do things with a migraine. I don't know. Hard. Yes, it is hard sometimes, but it is rewarding. And at least right now, I can go back and look at the video, right? And I'll know what I did. So I don't know. I try, but and my husband, he's like, why? Because I went out for a period of time, a few years, probably the first 2 years of being retired, that I wasn't really getting migraines that much. Because when I was young, when I had small children, when I was in my 20s, oh my goodness, I probably had 4 or 5 migraines a week. How many is that? But you know, you go through, I guess, periods of your life where you have more or less migraines. And so the first 2 years after I retired, I had hardly any migraines, which was wonderful. But then this year I told my husband, because this morning he asked me, what is going on? Why are you getting so many migraines? And I said, the only thing I can think of is it's been a very, very stressful year. There's been a lot that happened this year. So it's really the only thing I can think of. Okay, so I need to trim this so it will fit there. So I'm going to take off a little bit off each side. Take a 1/2 inch off each side, maybe. That's still too big. Just a little more. But that's the only thing I can think of. And I know the weather plays a big part. Changes in the weather can trigger migraines. I'm good about knowing what not to eat that would be triggers for a migraine. Let me see something. And that you learn with time. You know, when you've had migraines as long as I have, you know what will trigger a migraine. You know what you can eat. You know what smells will trigger a migraine. Like I can't have, I don't wear perfume because perfumes give me a migraine. So I've just never worn perfume ever. I might do. Trying to think. There's another page here with cut aparts. Thought there was. Here it is. Well, I almost feel like those are too small. I could, please hold. I could do like kind of fussy cut this flower out. I think I'll do that. Okay. I might put this other one on the back. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Just going to trim this off so I can have some wiggle room. Yeah. Yeah. Scissors, please. The injection that they had tried me on, the prescription, I can't use because I had a very small heart attack when I gave birth to my son. So they kind of are careful and cautious with what medications they give me. And so the first time I tried that medicine, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but the first time I tried it, I had to try it at the hospital so they could supervise me and monitor my heart. I can't take that medicine. My heart started racing. It was bad. So I that's a no-go for me. But wait, am I going to be able to use that leaf? Maybe. But I just, now that I'm retired, if I really need to, I'll just sleep the whole day away. So that's the benefit of being retired. I mean, is it a benefit? Is it not? Not sure. But at least, and what's funny is, so my 3 girls all get migraines. In fact, my son was like, Mom, it's the girls that get migraines. I don't get them. And I saw somewhere, I don't know where, that migraines are more prevalent in women. And they think it's because of all the hormonal changes in our bodies. So I don't know. I think it's that we stress out more than men. Who knows? But yeah, my 3 daughters get them. So my grandkids, like my kids when they were little, no, when mom has a headache or a migraine, they kind of tone it down. Like my kids were good. They would be quiet um, when I had a migraine. They would play quietly. I had 4 kids, and they could be, they were siblings, so they would have arguments. They would play loud. They would, all the stuff. And they knew, like without me even saying, "Hey guys, I have a headache," they could see in my eyes and my face in how I spoke, how I walked, how I did anything. They could tell that I had a migraine, and they knew um, not to make too much noise. My grandkids are the same way. Like they know, like my 4-year-old grandson knows when my daughter and son-in-law and the kids were living here. Um, he knew to shut the drapes and turn off the lights and make sure there was no noise. And he would play quietly, which I think it's wonderful, but it's also sad that the kids have to know that. Like I hated that my kids had to know how to play quietly because of me. They should be able to make all the noise they want. At least at home they should. It's home. It's their safe place. It's where they can do um, all the rowdy stuff. And that's what I used to tell I had friends that would say, "God, Yvette, your kids are so well behaved," and they were. My kids were very well behaved in public. They knew their manners, and they knew not to interrupt unless it was an emergency, of course. And they just knew. And I would tell them, "Yeah, they're great." When we're out in public, it's when they're home that they go hog wild. But they should be able to go hog wild. It's home. It's their, like I said, that's their safe space. But they knew when I had a migraine, tone it down, turn off the lights, close all the curtains. And even my grandson, if I tell him, um, you know, if he's playing with any noisy toys and I say, "Baby, grandma has a headache," he knows. So he kind of stops and tones it down. Okay, I'm gonna kind of try and trim this excess paper so I can do this a little better. Am I even in camera, you guys? So I have an appointment. My son told me the same thing. He's like, "Mom, why don't you just get Botox?" And they actually, a lot of people say, "Oh, you're just going to use that for the cosmetic." No, they don't inject it on your forehead like they do for the cosmetic. They inject it at the base of your neck, in the back of your head. Um, but with the insurance I have, you have to go through this whole process where you have to go through these classes and you have to chart, how many migraines you have, how long do they last? Do you have a rebound headache? All that stuff. Because when they first started doing Botox, I tried that and it was just, at that time I was working. I just didn't have time for that. So I have an appointment with my doctor to go over that again because maybe that's not the requirement anymore since it's not a new treatment for migraines. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Currently raising grandkids this year. Oh, well, I'm not raising my grandkids. My grandkids live close by, so they're always here. I love my grandkids, but they're always here, and they know. Yeah, my kids are raising their kids. Okay, so do I put it more straight this way? I think if I put it this way, kind of at an angle, and cut this one off, and I can add a little title like I did on my other one. I have to cut that out with a Cricut though. I haven't done that. Although I could add this leaf here, the one I trimmed off, down here. In fact, I'm going to trim the leaves off altogether and just add them back in. I'll shorten the stem a little bit, make it fit a little better. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's see. So I could just add my leaves. Let's see, add my leaves right here. If I do them like this, then I can add my title over there. Whoops, guys, I'm sorry, I'm going back down instead of up. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll just size my little vinyl title to fit the space that I have there. Right there. Whoop. Oh, that's not bad. I'm glad I chose that. Then I can do this. No, it was this way, wasn't it? This way and this way. Maybe just these two. Do it that way. What time is it, guys? Oh, we're beyond the hour. I'm sorry. I took long today. I apologize for that. Okay. Let's see. Let me check on our comments. Imatrix, that was the stuff. Yeah, I can't take that. I cannot take that. Where did I see it? Yeah, Imatrix. I can't. And when they tested it on me, it took the migraine away. But I was at risk of having another heart attack. So I had to kind of weigh the pros and cons. And I really don't want another heart attack. So didn't do that. I've gone through the full gamut of all the medications. I remember the first medicine they started me on was I think it was called Midrin. Oh, it made me so sick to my stomach. I could not hold anything down. And as it is, if you've got a really bad migraine, you're nauseous to begin with. So it was like, nope, that wasn't going to happen. And then they tried all kinds of stuff after that. I think I might just cut out this sentiment there. Excuse me. Let me find an oval dye that might work there. So I don't know. I think at this point in my life, right now, all I'm really taking is Excedrin migraine for my headaches, guys. That's really all I'm taking because I don't know. All the other medicines haven't worked. Yeah, Froggy, that's why I did the 3 leaves. When I put the 2, it just did not look balanced at all. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Okay, let's try and cut this out. Oh, let me do I have my plates here? I do. For my Empress. Let's try. You were made to do beautiful things. Try to center it. I'm going to tape this down. Where's my tape? All right. But yeah, migraines are just part of my life. And I hate to say that. It's awful. I went to the doctor because of my hand. Still having issues with my hand after the surgery. Surgery was not for me. And she says, you might have to have surgery again. And I said, nope, not doing it. And she's like, well, sometimes I don't know, the nerve or whatever it is that they cut for carpal tunnel surgery grows back together and you have to have it redone. So, and I said, so let's say I have the surgery again. What's to say it won't grow back together again? I'm just not going to put myself through that. So, she's sending me to see a specialist. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Okay. Let me get this on here. Because guys, I dropped things all the time because I have no strength in this hand and it goes numb all the time. And a lot of times in my videos, when you see my videos, it's like a 15-minute video took me 5 hours to complete because I have to stop and rest my hand. Aw, that's a pretty frame for something else. I'm going to save that. So I guess it is what it is. All right. I think I need a dark paper back there behind there. So I can use what I cut out from, where did it go? Here it is. As a background. Just let me find another oval die because that was the largest of that one. And that was like a wonky stitched. Let's see, do I have a bigger one? Do I? Or do I not? No. And right now my dies are easy to find, you guys. I'm so proud of myself. I've organized them. Like all my nesting dies are all organized. I made myself a little board to put them on. I think this might work. So, what did I just step on? So, here it is. They're a little bit easier to find. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So this I'm just going to tape onto there. And let me cut this out so I can run it through my machine. Scoot over. Let's move this over just slightly. Okay. And that tape didn't hold it. This is some tape I got on Amazon, but really you can use it once and then it's once and done. I think it's kind of like a highlighter tape. So I have to find the end again. I'm not going to fight that fight. Okay. Make sure I have the right plate here because I don't want to cut into my clean plate. Where did I do with it? Here it is. All right. I am truly all over the place today. But sometimes when I'm crafting on the fly, I do a lot of my best work that way. And it's a mess on my floor right now, but that's okay. I will clean it up when we're done. There's plenty of time to clean. Oh yeah, look, isn't that pretty? And then that'll go there. That could have been in the front too. But I kind of want to put on the front, I want to put right here like I did on my other one. Where's the first one I did? See how I put KCC sketches? So I want to put, I may not do an envelope like that, but I may use a font to kind of match this that says KCC sketches. So I'm going to leave that space for that, but I'm going to put this in the back. And I think that's a lovely sentiment. You were made to do beautiful things. And I think we were all made to do beautiful things in different ways. All right, let me get this on there. Oh, look, didn't that turn out pretty? I like it. So then what I have to do next, and I'll do this off camera. I'll share what I did next week, but I have to do that front portion that says KCC sketches and then the numbers for my tabs. Like I said, I think I'm going to do them in gold. So I'm glad we chose the gold cinch wire. All right. All right. Who does that? All right. Matthew McConaughey. What do you think, guys? I think it turned out kind of cute. So here we go. Page 1, sketch 1, that'll be sketch 2, sketch 3, 4. I could have done 7 pages and then just used one side for one sketch. But the thought process for me is I can put the sketch in here and then a card I made in here or a sample in here. So I don't know. That's the thought process anyway. Oh, I love this. I'm loving the purple. Purple, so pretty. Oh, I love it. I think it turned out great. What do you guys think? Oh, I was going to look, at the old sketches, see if I find the one. What looks gray? This, I guess it can, let me try to light this up better. Oh no, then you just see the shadow of the umbrella light. I don't know if that helps. It's these the real pale lavender, but you can see here are the purples. All right, let me look at my binder of sketches. I have to fix this wire. I did it backwards, but I'll fix it before I finalize all the details on here. Let me get my binder. 1 second. KCC sketches. Is this it? Is this it? See? So I have a binder. So you can see KCC sketches. So this is where I keep all the, I have extra sleeves in there. I keep all the older ones in here. So I'm pretty sure there was one that had, So see this one had 16 cards, but was it 16 sketches? Let's see. No, it was 15 sketches still, right? 6, 12, 14, 15. Let's see the next one. 6, 12. This one only had 14 sketches. Number 2 had only 14 sketches. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. So here it is. Challenge number 3. So it had here sketches 1 through 6, and then 7 through 12, and then 13 through 16. See, I knew I remembered she had one with 16 sketches. So, and in fact, challenge 14, she had 17 sketches. Challenge 4, I'm sorry, had 17 sketches. So there's 13 through 17, 7 through 12, and then 1 through 6. That's challenge number 4. And then I think the rest, she's only had 15. Oh, nope. KCC number 8, she also had 17 sketches. So, yeah, if you become a VIP patron for Kendra's card challenges, you have access to all the previous sketches. The all access members, I think, are the ones that have a year's worth of challenges. Oh, hi, Justine. Thank you for lurking while working. Autocorrect. Ah! I love it. Thank you. So you meant great, not gray. I love autocorrect. It's kind of scary. Sometimes I'll see it right as I hit send, and it's like, in that split second, I know it was wrong. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, guys. So next week, what did I put down on my calendar for next week? Let me take a look, see if I can get to my calendar. It's on my iPad, so give me a second. For August, I have color cube. We're gonna use the color cube next week, okay? I'll probably use the color cube with the newest caboodle I got. Where is my caboodle? Where is it? Here it is. So this month's caboodle, let me show you if I can get to it. I have such a mess in here again, and I just cleaned my craft room. So, you get the wax seal of the month, and this is a little mermaid tail, and it came with these wax stamp adhesive circles. So these help you to adhere your wax seals. This, I think, was the bonus for getting the caboodle, these 2 fish cutting dies. There's a stamp set with the coordinating dies, stencil. This is all water themed, sea, ocean themed. This is the glimmer of the month, and then you get some glimmer foil, bubbles. I love that. This is the stitching die of the month. This is the better press of the month. Love it. This is the small die of the month. It always amazes me how the small die of the month, when it has so many dies, so cute. But you can make these beautiful water scenes, and then this is the large die of the month. And I saw somebody, I don't remember who, use this die to make a shaker card. So have that, and then the embossing folder of the month, and then the 3D embossing folder. So I'll probably pull these out with my color cube next week and play with some of the goodies. And that way you can see them in action. All right, guys. So next week, 10 o'clock Pacific time, I'll be back. I'll show you what I finished with this. We'll use the color cube and some of the goodies from this month's caboodle, from Spellbinders, and we'll just see how far we get next week. Thank you for sticking around. I know I went a little longer than usual, but I appreciate you. And if you're here on the replay, I appreciate you as well. I love reading comments, and I try and respond to everyone's comments within 24 hours. I try and be good about that. Sometimes, if I have a migraine, it might take me 48 hours, but I do get back to everyone. Alrighty, friends, we will see you next week, 10 o'clock Pacific time, and have a great week. Bye.